All right, let's dive right into mastering alarms and messages on the SINUMERIK ONE controller. We're going to take those often frustrating alerts and turn them into one of the most powerful diagnostic tools you have on the shop floor.
You know the drill, right? An alert pops up on the machine. It flashes a number, maybe some cryptic text, and just like that, production grinds to a halt. But what if you could actually make them work for you, giving your team clear, actionable info in an instant?
Well, that's exactly what we're here to do. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to seize control of your machine's entire communication system, literally step by step.
Okay, so here's the game plan. We'll start with why these alarms matter. Then we'll get into the different types. After that, it's all hands-on, configuring PLC alarms, customizing the text, creating detailed help files, and we'll wrap up with some really cool advanced customizations.
All right, first up, let's decode what these alarm numbers are all about. See, they're not just random numbers. There's a real logic behind them, and once you get it, everything else just clicks into place.
So check this out. This table is super important because it shows the big difference between system alarms and user alarms. See those ranges that start with a 5, a 6, or a 7? Those are all triggered by the user PLC. In other words, these are the ones you can actually control. That 400,000 range, that's the system's turf. We can't touch that. So we're going to focus on the good stuff, the ones you can customize.
Okay, let's get our hands dirty. It's time to learn the core skill, how to actually switch on a standard PLC alarm. This is the foundation for everything else we're going to do.
It's actually a pretty straightforward three-step deal. Inside your PLC program, you call a specific function, FC10, which is what handles the whole alarm system. But the real key, the part you really need to remember, is step 3, activating the alarm using the DB2 interface.
So, what is this DB2 interface? Just think of it like a massive digital switchboard. It's the master control panel for all your alarms. Every single alarm number has its own little switch, a bit, and all you have to do is flip that switch to 1 in your logic, and boom, the alarm pops right up on the operator's screen.
And here's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Take a look at byte 310. You want to trigger alarm 510,000? Easy. You just flip bit 0 of byte 310 to high in your PLC logic. That's it. It is that direct. And this same logic applies to every other user alarm out there.
Okay, so triggering an alarm number is cool and all, but let's be honest, a number by itself doesn't help an operator who's in a hurry. What we need is clear text. So let's look at how to add our own custom descriptions.
This is where it gets really simple. All your custom text lives in basic text files organized by language. You just navigate to this path. Deep inside the HMI folder, you'll see a folder called LNG. That's for language, of course, and that's where the magic happens.
And this is where it gets incredibly powerful. Check this out. You literally just create one file for English, one for German, another for Spanish, whatever you need. Think about it. You can give clear, direct instructions to your entire team, no matter where they are in the world, just by editing these simple files.
All right, we've got a number, we've got a description, but what if we could do even better? What if, when that alarm pops up, a full-blown troubleshooting guide popped up with it? Let's do it. Let's build some detailed help files.
The system uses something called HTML to make this happen. Now, don't panic. You do not need to be some web design guru. It's really just a simple way to format text with little tags, kind of like using bold or italics in a document.
So for example, you can use these little tags to build out a super detailed remedy guide. That TR tag just means start a new row in a table, and the TD tags hold the actual info, like the word remedy and then the step-by-step instructions. This is a game changer for your maintenance team.
Now, I'll be honest, the file structure here is picky. You've got to get it exactly right. But here's the good news. Once you set it up the first time, adding new help files is as easy as copy and paste.
Okay, for our final section, we're going all in. We're talking total control from custom colors to triggering alarms right from your G-code.
You heard that right. You can actually trigger alerts from inside your part program. You've got two main tools here. SetOwl is for the serious stuff. It'll pop up in red and stop the cycle. But then you've got MSG, which is perfect for a friendly reminder to the operator, like, hey, check the part finish. That'll show up in a nice calm green.
But what if red and green aren't enough? What if you want safety yellow? Well, you can. By tweaking a simple XML file, you can use any color you can imagine. This little snippet right here,
That's the code for a bright, unmissable yellow.
And bam! This is what you get. That's not just an alarm anymore. That is a custom-designed, high-priority alert that screams, "Look at me!" You designed it to do exactly that.
And what this quote is really saying is that your palette is limitless. You're not stuck with the few default options. You can literally create your own color-coded language for the entire shop floor. Maybe blue means a tooling issue, orange means a coolant problem. The possibilities are endless.
So, let's just recap. We've blown through more than 25 different tips and techniques here. This isn't just a bunch of facts. This is a complete toolkit that gives you an incredible amount of control over how your machine talks to your team. So you've gone from just getting a generic alert to being the architect of a fully customized communication system, a system that actually helps your operators and your maintenance team solve problems faster and with less frustration.
So, I want to leave you with this question. Now that you have all this power, what's the very first machine alert you're going to go out there and make better? Thanks so much for watching.